Hello and welcome to my review of the short feature film, The Censor, a British horror tale of real politics and social moral code, which was released in 2021 by Italian independent filmmaker residing in the UK, Guerrilla Metropolitana. I've been reviewing his work on my channel in recent days. As a continuation of that, Metropolitana has 4 feature films on his YouTube channel, and I'm continuing this filmmaker's filmography journey by reviewing all of them here for you. This is the last video on his YouTube channel, and until he prepares any more videos, this will be the last one for now. Links for previous reviews are in the description section down below. So this film was produced, written and directed by Guerilla Metropolitana, who also provided the music and played the main characters in the film. This was edited by Peter Frank and the running time is 44 minutes. The censor comes with trigger warnings. It contains images of physical and sexual assault, violence and horror scenes, so viewer discretion is advised. The synopsis is rather detailed, so please be with me. Sir Philip Tanger III, also known to the public as the Censor, is an aristocrat and the president of the National Film Censorship Association in the United Kingdom. His hardline and orthodox views on moral decency and film censorship have found support from the government, but the public opinion is heavily divided over this. When his proposal of a new Obscenity Act is presented to Parliament, the nation is on the verge of civil unrest. On one side, people with traditional values and religious principles, and on the other, progressives and anarchists who oppose this with rebellion. One night, a strange encounter is taking place in a suburban area just outside of London. A long and harrowing cavalry has just begun. In my opinion, this documentary-style point of view is different, chilling and ominous. It certainly adds layering and texture to the story arc and the plot. There's electronic sound music and religious music, and they interplay well together to push the story along. I think we're seeing Guerilla Metropolitana's brilliance in cinematography and photography once again, and for this he should be commended. It is captivating enough to continue being invested in the film, even though some of the visuals are not very palatable. As this style can become somewhat boring, too much telling and not enough showing, it's the images that tell the story in a unique and compelling way that keep you watching. This is what horror is to Metropolitana: images. No matter how truly graphic and extreme they are, is this not what one would expect to see in the realm of extreme gore and horror, mixed with some relatable and relevant social issues? It's not going to be everyone's cup of tea, of course, but if you can appreciate the art form it is delivered by, the unique way colour is used, camera angles, subliminal messages, symbolic visuals such as statues, phallic artwork expressing something dark and terrifying, then you should like this exploration of filmmaking. But pay very close attention, because it's another one of Metropolitana's blink and you miss feature films. The filmmaker seems to bleed his pain into every scene. Yes, it's graphic with a complex storyline, and we see some deep meaning buried in subtext in a fantastic, unusual way. With lovely choir music overlapping some of the horrendous scenes, I quite like the way they complement each other in a beautifully creepy way, and this helps with the overall result and effect of the film. The question is, does politics and horror mix? Well, I think it worked in this instance to a degree. Are not the real criminals the ones that lead our countries? We see this played out in the news every single day. Or is this yet another display of the filmmaker pushing the boundaries? The fact it's unique in the sense that he merges political and social morals with horror, the way they play together, is very interesting. It seems to me that it's filmmakers like Metropolitana that we need in the horror sphere to push the envelope and to take horror in other directions to see whether or not it works. I get the sense this is another one of this filmmaker's experimental films. There is guerrilla filmmaking the entire way through. He broke into areas where he nearly got arrested, just about froze to death in sub-zero temperatures. How's that? Full commitment to the vision. Politics. The middle class workers being screwed by the government. References from Julian Assange, Prime Minister Thatcher and President Bush. A bleeding apple is one of the motifs that tells a gruesome story of the first sin, perhaps? Or the middle class worker being shafted by the government. As we've seen in other movies, references to religion and sexuality can work well within the horror genre, so why not assemble the movie around social issues and politics? There is a teenage skateboarder who plays a vital role in the movie, and he represents the middle class. Then we have the censor, who represents the state. We see more images with bottles of Viagra, fruit as phallic symbols, artwork, graphic imagery that help to push the story and the plot along in a unique way. It is revealed through another broadcast at the very end of the film, giving us more of the storyline, which is a great way to artfully deliver the revelations, and I think it worked well in this instance. Anyway, please subscribe to his channel and tell him I sent you over, and share this video to those you think would appreciate this little golden gem of filmmaking. I would highly recommend it to any horror fan and filmmakers out there who want to see an exploration into the independent filmmaking sphere. I hope you enjoyed my review of The Censor, a British horror tale of real politics and social moral code. Links and all that good stuff is in the descriptions below. Thank you, and bye for now.